All right, thanks so much, Mike. This morning, there is a growing concern by parents to find out what is happening in their child's classroom. It stems from an incident in California after a second-grade teacher was placed on leave. School officials there are investigating claims that students inside this teacher's class were engaging in sexual acts during class in front of the teacher. So how can you find out what is really happening inside your child's classroom when your child maybe isn't talking? And joining us now live to talk about that is Dr. Becky Bailey. She is a psychologist. She is also the author of Easy to Love, Difficult to Discipline. And I guess the big question really this morning, Becky, is how do we get our kids to open up and talk to us? Is this something that parents need to work on every day?
It's an everyday task, but I want to reframe your question.
Okay.
Sometimes the most important thing is in our intention. Are we going to have a conversation, or are we going to interrogate them? So when we say, how do we get our children to talk? Maybe if we word it this way: how do I help my child more likely share what's going on inside themselves and inside their classroom?
So how do we do that? What do we need to be doing?
Okay, so the most important thing, and I want to use the word most, we need to model it at our house.
Okay.
How the adults interact in their house. Hi, honey, the weirdest thing happened to me today at work. You wouldn't believe it. How we model sharing what happened during the day between adults becomes their blueprint. The other one, that's M. O, we got to ask for their opinion, especially times we don't want to hear it. For example, a child might come home and say, Maddie stole Avery's lunch money, and we go, well, what did you do? What did you say? Did you tell the teacher? Because you know stealing's wrong. We've talked about it a million times, as opposed to saying, what did you think about that? How was that for you? What did you do? We need to let them express themselves. We need to let that happen. So that's asking for their opinion.
Okay.
S is we've got to be specific in our questions. So if I said to you, Amy, how was your day today?
And if I just say, good.
Right. Or if I say, what was the best thing that happened this morning during work?
So it's the kind of question you ask.
Right. You've got to be specific.
Okay.
What was the best thing, the worst thing, the weirdest thing, the funniest thing, the scariest thing? Be specific. And the last one is T, I'm spelling most, is take time.
Okay.
We have to take time and make time, and we have to quit multitasking. Children spend 7.5 hours a day on some device. So we're going to have to take time, put ours down, put theirs down, and say, let's talk.
A lot of parents think that the way to go about finding out more about their kids, they don't take the talk approach, they take the spying approach. What are your thoughts on parents who spy on their kids, who check their kids' Facebook page, who, check their text messages? Good, bad?
Our main job as a parent is to keep our children safe. And if our attempts to communicate have not been successful, we don't want to give up on that. But certainly we're going to do whatever it takes to keep them safe. So if going to their page and looking and seeing what's going on is what it takes, that's what it takes. Our job is to keep them safe.
What about having better interaction with our kids' teachers? Should we be scheduling more parent-teacher conferences? Should we be, keeping in touch with their teachers and saying, hey, I just want to check and see what's going on. How is little Billy doing in class?
Yes. The more we can communicate with the teacher and the more the teacher communicates with us, the better our children are going to be successful all through life. So if we make more contact with the teacher, again, we want to pay attention to our intent. Are we there to interrogate the teacher? Are we there to have a conversation with the teacher? So I think it all comes back to what is our goal? What do we want from our children? And talking to our teachers is essential.
What kind of red flags should parents look for in their little ones? If something could possibly be wrong at school, how do you know?
Depending on the age of the child, but you'll see behavioral changes. You'll see them having trouble sleeping, having trouble eating, different styles of interacting. They used to be gregarious, now they're withdrawn. So you're looking at that type of thing. And for the youngest child, because I know you have some little ones.
Yes.
For the youngest child, children turn fearful situations into playful interactions. They turn it into a game. So watch how they're playing. If they're doing pretend play, watch the themes of those plays, because that will tell you a great deal about what's going on inside them and in their world.
All right, Dr. Becky Bailey, so interesting. Thank you so much for taking the time to come in and talk to us about that. The author of I Love You Rituals, as well as Easy to Love and Difficult to Discipline. Mike, let's send it back to you.
All right, Amy, thank you.